Hello, this is Charlie with Tin Man Metalworks. We are going to learn how to add a name to our campsite marker. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the Tin Man Free File Giveaway folder that you downloaded. We're going to navigate to the monograms. We're going to come over here and grab one of these campsite markers. Now this will work for either one of these, or identically the same way. So double click one of them, open it up. Going to bring it up into Inkscape. Now we want to add a name to this, so we're going to go over here to our text tool, select it, click the screen, write out whatever text it is that you want to put on there. Come up here to the selection tool, just grab your text that you want to put in here and put it over here onto your monogram. Now you can grab this and make it whatever size you want. Just put it to where it looks good to you. You can put whatever your last name is, family, whatever it is. So select your text, hold shift, select the backing plate, come over here to your alignment tool, select this to bring up the options. We're going to come down here and do this center it left to right. So we're going to click that center it left to right button, which centers it in the middle of this monogram here. So we're going to click off of it. To deselect everything, we're going to select our text only. We're going to come up here to path, select object to path. We're going to come over here to object. We're going to select ungroup. That's going to draw a little box around each individual letter. We're going to come back over here to path, and we're going to hit combine, and that's going to turn it back into one piece. Now with your text selected, we're going to hold shift, select the backing plate so that both are selected. There's a dotted line around both of them. We're going to come up here to path, and we're going to hit difference. Now that just cut it out of the side. Now in this one, the center of the A is going to fall out and the center of the P is going to fall out, so we got to make it so it's not going to do that. So come over here to your zoom tool and just zoom up into your A. See how the center of that A is going to fall out if you cut it. So we're going to go over here to this box tool. We're going to draw out a box to connect it. I like to make mine just about the same width as the font. Just looks pretty clean that way. Draw your box, come up here to the selection tool. Now with this highlighted, you can just hold your mouse button and drag it around to where you want it. Now we have the A to do and the P. So the easy way to do that for me is to right click the box that you drew, come over here to duplicate. Now you have two of them. Just grab this top one and move it off, and we're going to save that for later for the P. Select the one that you made for the A, click it a second time, and that's going to bring up these navigation arrows, which will allow you to rotate your box. So just put this as close to the angle of the A as you can, as close to the line as you can get it. Now with this selected, we're going to hold shift, select the backing plate so that they're both selected. Come up here to path and go to union. Now that just welded that in there. Now that's one piece. Now we've added some nodes into here. If you look real close, you can see that it's got a jagged edge there. And I'm just going to zoom back out a little bit. Now in order to get rid of that jagged edge, we're going to come up here and grab this node tool, select that, and it's going to bring up all your nodes that's on this. And we're just going to get rid of the nodes that we put on there. You can get rid of this one too. So get rid of all the ones that are in the middle of the top and the bottom node. So we're just going to draw a box around those, highlight them all, and we're just going to hit the delete key. Now that removed all those nodes, that jagged edge is gone, and this is a straight line. You can grab these handles and move this to however you want, but we just want it to be a straight A. So there we go. Now we got to come back over here and grab the selection tool, and we're going to move over so that we can do the P. We're just going to do the same thing. So we're going to click that once to highlight it so that we can move it. We're going to put it as close to the edge of the P as we can. We're going to hold shift, select the backing plate so both of them are selected, come back up here to path and hit union. Now I just welded it in there. We're going to come back over here to the nodes tool, select it, and in order to make this a perfectly straight line again, we are going to select the nodes that are in the middle of that and hit the delete key, and that remove those nodes. And just make sure your line's nice and straight here. And that's ready to cut. I'm going to hit the minus key on my number pad. It's going to zoom me out. Now that's ready to send to your table and cut. If you want to resize this, you're going to go to your selection tool. You're going to select your campsite marker, and it defaults into millimeters. So I'm just going to select this. I work in inches, so I'm going to change it to inches. Now this is going to tell me that this is 19.947 wide and 23.539 high. So I want this to maybe be 14 inches wide. So with this selected, I'm just going to come up here and hit this lock aspect ratio button. I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to change it to whatever size it is that I want, say 14 inches wide. So I'm just changing that to 14. That's going to change it to 14 inches wide by 16.521 high. Now you can just send that to your table and cut it. That's all there is to that. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe button, leave us some comments and suggestions, anything you want to see in the future. Appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button as well. Ring that bell. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe button, leave us some comments and suggestions, anything you want to see in the future. Appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button as well. Ring that bell.